What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be changing one thing about my form that could change everything. Oh, and we're going to be playing one of my favorite courses in Bowling Green. And if I sound like I've been hit by a freight train, it's because I have. Me and Jess are just now getting over, I don't know, we've been sick for like, 7 days, maybe longer. No fever in the past few days, and I've been feeling better. It's just my voice really took a hit because we coughed for like 5 days straight. So getting out, getting some vitamin D in my system with the sunlight, what little bit we got here. Thought I would pick maybe a more secluded type course, something where I wouldn't be around a whole bunch of people. Shouldn't be contagious of anything since, you know, it's been so long since I've had a fever. I'm actually on the mend side of things, starting to feel a little better. Feeling good enough to play some disc golf today. It's just my throat and my head are still just full of whatever it was. I'm telling you guys, it was pretty rough. Gonna be playing Hobson Grove, and it's one of the oldest courses really in the state. So one of the main changes is something that I seen on Bedanza's channel when he was actually talking to Gannon. Now I actually seen it on Iceberg TV's channel, talking about Bedanza's channel, talking about a video that Gannon showed Bedanza. So through the grapevine, seen this little tip that Gannon was giving Bedanza to get a little bit more arm speed. And that tip was, Gannon was telling Bedanza to tilt the back side of the disc down a little bit. And this would kind of automatically cause your elbow to creep up. The opposite of that, what I've been doing, is tilting the back of the disc up, he said, will kind of almost naturally bring your elbow down. And it just like really clicked, made a lot of sense to me, because I do that when I want to throw a hyzer. I'll reach back with the disc up, and then the disc has to like fight to get kind of in this power pocket because my elbow wants to be correct. And I wind up throwing kind of like an air bounce. So I think with this new form like this is going to cause you to have a smoother shot. Even if it doesn't increase your arm speed per se, it's going to make your shot a whole lot smoother, a whole lot easier to execute. I already threw a couple warm-up shots like that, and I can feel the amount of snap that I'm gaining just by switching that one little thing. So we're on hole 1 at Hobson Grove. This is really a like little flip up forehand shot. And I mean, it's only 240, but I just don't have a forehand that I trust yet. So I'm gonna throw a chief out flat towards the tree and just try to get it to fade to the right and see if we can't make a long putt, get a birdie on this hole 1 here. Two and go off the first. I'm gonna try this wizard. There we go. That's a lot smoother. I'm really having to push that left side just to get this like slow turn to the right. So you can't really throw an anhyzer here. You have to kind of throw a flat shot that fades to the right. Now, just for fun, let's try to chop out a prophecy. A little forehand action. Okay. Maybe I need to trust my forehand more. I mean, that didn't feel just great, but you don't get good at something unless you try it. So my forehand, that prophecy actually turned out really good. Maybe 200 feet with a forehand. A little flex action because I don't have quite the arm speed on it yet. But my real shot with the wizard landed here. Let me change the camera angle so you guys can see what I'm putting through. Woo! All right, that's a good way to start the round. Subscribe! Starting out 1 under, par 3. Yeah, right. This is hole number 2. Says that it's a par 3. It's like 500 feet in a big S shot. Like, you might get a 3 on it, but that's probably the best you're gonna get on it unless you have like a crazy forehand. I'm probably gonna try to throw like a hyzer flip up with this Mystic. Super understable, but I'm just gonna try to get it to sweep around the corner. A lot of hyzer. That's all I want out of it. This is still probably 350, 360. Should be able to just see a little bit of the red. I'm gonna throw a big flex, try to throw a big high flex shot with the Diablo. Let it pan out right at the gap. Chill. This is for 4. 1, 2, 3. So this is for 4. I just don't see that being a par 3. So I'm tapping in, it would be for double bogey there. And there's just too much stuff in the way. I don't see how anybody can get a 2 on it unless they throw in. This hole kind of goes straight up the hill and then just fades to the left. If you see the little red heart tree, the basket's pretty much like straight behind that, maybe 200 feet. So this is probably about a 300-foot shot, like worth the power. That should work. It's just gonna be a long putt. I kind of landed in this tree. Not the ideal spot. I was hoping that assassin would flip up just a little bit more and push straight and kind of skip through this gap. For my arm speed today, probably should have thrown an element because I can throw it a little slower. So now we're gonna try to run it with a little forehand flip over. Oh, woo, woo. All right, so it's a 3. Technically with hole 2 being a par 4, I got a 5 on it just because I had kind of a bad second shot. That means I'm still shooting around even because I birdied hole 1. So here we are to one of my favorite holes at Hobson Grove. It's just like a little turnover putter shot. Down this left side, you want to flex kind of back into the green. It's like a little S shot. It says that it's 266 feet, but it plays a lot shorter. Let's try a chief. May not have enough flex back. Almost. So if I can make this, we'll be 1 under par. I chose to play here because a lot of the holes are pretty short, and with how weak I'm feeling and still kind of recovering from being sick, figured I'd still be able to play halfway decent on them. I have to hyzer around this tree. So this hole is only like 276 feet, something like that. It's like a super sharp left-hand turn, punches way deep into the woods. So the best play for me is just to play like a little skip shot. Try to get a good second shot maybe. Let's try this assassin on kind of a spike. It may be a little too straight. See what we got. So Gannon would be disappointed in me if I missed this. So I'm gonna try to make Gannon proud. For 2, about a 60 footer, maybe more. Oh, I almost made you proud, Gannon. I don't know how far it is. Does player B Gannon count? Player A was Eric, player B was Gannon. Hey, my distance is pretty good. 60 feet. Almost made this one, but I made my second one. Still shooting even on hole 6. Still shooting even, still feeling like death. I think this is gonna be a little chief shot. 227, should be able to throw a chief on a little hyzer. Yeah, that may not be an ace run, but I think I'm up there putting. And throwing a putter through there is a little more accurate. So if I was to kind of miss my line and hit a tree, I'm not going like way off path. Wasn't too bad. My chief, probably about a 25 footer maybe, something like that. barely snuck over the rim. It's 2 to make it true. There we go. That's a little more solid of a hit. Telling you, I feel like my drives, I lose a lot of strokes, but if I'm not putting good, I feel like I lose even more. Would much rather putt good from 25 and 30 feet. Well, and 60 feet if I'm Gannon. It's really tough to see. The basket is just dead straight. So you just want a straight 200-foot shot. Tough, tough fairway. Gonna throw a chief, kind of nose up, flat. Just like that. That's fine. That's probably a little short, honestly, but I just had to make a long putt. Got a little awkward putt. So after going 2 for 2, and if we counted player B, 3 for 3, after going 2 for 2, we're like 2 under par now, birdieing hole 6 and 7 with 20-foot putts, I guess, 25 foot, somewhere around there. Hole 8, you just want to get around this and then kind of have like a little flex shot to the green. I'm probably going to throw a Diablo just to get the right to left. That's money. We should have a look. We'll either have a long look at a birdie putt or just a little toss up. Take our 3 and move on. This says that it's like 308, but it has to play like almost 400 because it's way uphill. I'm gonna be throwing an assassin on kind of hyzer flip and just see how far we can get up there. For how I feel today, I will take that. Probably still got about 60 feet and a little bit of a low ceiling. So I'm just gonna throw a little nose up shot with the chief, see if we can't just finish out 2 under par on the front 9. Yeah, we should be able to squeeze a par out of that. Tapping in for par. That was my wizard. I was calling my wizard my chief. That's my wizard. Just a little nose up float at it. So that's 9 holes out here at Hobson Grove. I figured I would come out here. It's a little bit shorter of a course and it's a little more secluded, not a whole lot of people on the course. Not too disappointed with how I played today, especially getting over whatever crud we've had for the past 4 or 5 days. 2 under with, you know, a few birdies and that 1 bogey on hole 2. If you guys are enjoying this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below where you would like to see another Let's Play 9. Then here's another video that YouTube thinks you might like from me. Have a great day. Stay in the fairway, guys. Then let's pump some vitamin C. Not a doctor, but we're gonna need it.